Hi, good afternoon and welcome to this edition of FD Zone. Today we have One Crazy Ride by Gaurav Jani. Just a brief introduction about Gaurav. A lot of people who may not know about him. He's a one-man crew who kind of shoots, edits. I presume he does his own sound, whatever. I mean, that's the new trend in documentary film these days, that you just do everything by yourself. You don't believe in a crew. Gaurav is an avid biker. So what he's done is that he's combined his passion of biking and his passion for filmmaking together, and he's been making films. One of his films which I know of, Riding Solo, was one of the films, and this is a second film which he's done called One Crazy Ride. This is about him and a group of his friends who go to Arunachal, and then they traverse the entire area on motorcycle. So I presume it's a kind of an adventurous, fun kind of a film, and we decided to program this because we realized that a lot of our programming was getting a bit too heavy, and we needed to chill down a bit and just have fun for some time. We need to also respect this kind of filmmaking, this kind of adventurous spirit. So we have One Crazy Ride today lined up for you. Unfortunately, Gaurav is not here. He's based in Ahmedabad, so he is not here for the screening. And we were given to understand that one of the bikers who's there in the film would turn up, who lives in Mumbai, but unfortunately he's fallen ill. So we don't have anyone from the crew to represent the film. But what we can definitely do is that after the film, amongst us, we can always share whatever we thought about the film, and I can always tell Gaurav later what we thought about it. So, One Crazy Ride. Enjoy the film. Thank you.
How does one stop recording?
You don't have to stop recording. Just keep recording. Right button.
Just leave it.
No, right button. Press.
Again.
Yeah.
I have done a fair bit of bike riding myself. I have done 3 or 4 trips of this kind. And it's so exhausting at times. It's really wonderful, the amount of energy he has spent on filming the whole thing. It's absolutely awesome. When you ride for 16 kilometers on a bike ride like this, when there's no road, the terrain, when you get off the ride, it takes you a few minutes just to kind of start walking. And this guy is stopping every now and then, fixing up a camera on a tripod, getting the view right, starts recording, runs back, does the whole thing again. Absolutely awesome. And for me, it was really very nostalgic. Wonderful.
First movie, Riding Solo to the Top of the World. It is an amazing movie, and he was alone. It's so beautiful. The first one. Yeah, so you see a lot of locals over there, and you see the local culture.
Okay.
Yeah. This-
Basically a motor ride, but over there it's like living in those conditions.
Ladakh. Yeah. So this is also very fresh. This is very nice, and this is totally different from what it was then. So I think both of these movies are very beautiful.
Yeah, it's also what I found interesting was he he's somebody who knows the technical part of it very well, backwards. The way he uses the camera. I mean, time and again, stop motion photography has been done, and it's very well calculated. I mean, all those shots of the moving clouds, the sunsets, the rivers, and everything. Yeah, I mean, I think the research was the dirt track that you have some sense of the dirt track, and the clarity in your mind that you're just gonna be very honest to the camera and just speak what comes to your mind, rather than getting very conscious of it. Yeah, it is very reflexive in that particular spirit. The entire film is very reflexive that way. Yes, I know of a friend who just did an animation film, and a lot of our work has been based in Arunachal. It's no longer what we know about the place. I mean, there is the sense of insurgency has really gone down. Arunachal is now a much calmer, quieter place. Of course, there is a presence of the army for strategic reasons, but it's no longer what it used to be. Again, it's a terrain which we don't know much about.
I did have occasion to spend about a month in Arunachal on election duty, and insurgency actually really has not been a very serious problem there, in the sense that there are a lot of tribal areas and they have a very clear territory between themselves, and by and large it's rearing of methun and agriculture and hunting, which is what they survive on. For most of the year the routes don't work. Every year they construct new roads, and every year the floods actually just flush them away. So it is a very difficult terrain, and it is not developed. But what you saw also in the film, the majority of the population speaks Hindi, feels very much a part of India, which is very different from many other states in the same place. For example, in Nagaland, you would probably be treated as an Indian who has come from India. In Arunachal, you are treated as a fellow citizen who has come from the mainland. There still is a sense of isolation. And in terms of development, yes, you won't find much of electricity anywhere. You won't really find many good roads, very few hospitals. People go into the forest and stay there for months together for hunting, and then come back maybe 4 months later and 6 months later with their own families. So that's the kind of terrain.
I'm actually surprised by the sound quality. I'm really surprised by the sound quality. One will have to talk to the filmmaker, because at times it's just too good.
Let me share a very interesting anecdote which I actually heard when I was in Arunachal. And you saw that chief with the sword, and the chief there really has ultimate powers. So Jawaharlal Nehru, when he was the Prime Minister, he visited Arunachal Pradesh once, and there's an area near Tamang only. He went and he was invited for dinner by the local chief. So he went there. Indira Gandhi was accompanying him at that time, and there was an interpreter, because the chief was only speaking the local language. So the chief asked him something. Jawaharlal Nehru could not understand what he was saying, and the interpreter was not very keen on translating. But he got very curious. So he said, "What is he saying?" He said, "No, sir, forget it, nothing urgent." He said, "No, tell me." So he said, "Sir, he is asking how many mithuns will you take for marrying your daughter to him?"
I saw Gaurav's first film 6 years ago. I actually emailed him that I became a fan instantly. And this year in July, I actually did that trip. I did a Leh trip and Gaurav was my inspiration. I emailed him then again. And so this again inspires me more. So hopefully Arunachal soon.
Anyway, I think we'll stop here. And if people are come here for the first time for this screening just because of One Crazy Ride, I will request please come back every Saturday. We have always some interesting lineup of documentaries. Next week we are screening a film by Mr. Pramod Pati on it's a film on Mr. Ravi Shankar, and we've got Nasreen Munni Kabir, who's a filmmaker based in London. She's gonna join us, and she'll be screening her new film. It's a film on Ustad Bismillah Khan. That's for 22nd, and I look forward to all of you coming back. And please write back to us, give us some suggestions if you have any films in mind which you think all of us should see over here. That would be great. Thank you, and have a great evening.